Hello, 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 everyone. Let me put on my glasses so I can read and see. I see their comments here already. Hey, Kenneth, how's it going? Fordman, aka RVing with G is in the house. Time for Mo. JB waiting patiently. Thank you, JB. I'm here. I'm a couple minutes late. Sorry, folks. You know, sometimes it takes a minute or so for me to get this thing going, but I got it going now. Hello, Janice Williams, one of my few times on making it on time. Great to see you, Janice. Great to see you. Actually, I know someone who is selling a 2006 Toyota Sienna, 2016 Toyota Sienna with 96,000 miles. Now, I don't know the condition of it, but I just know Siennas tend to be good cars. But anyhow, oops, I missed some people. The way to count it, she owes us about 2.3 hours. Uh-oh. Do I owe you that much? Uh-oh. Well, I know you don't want me to stay 2.3 hours over today, but I'll make it up a little at a time. Regina Me, hello, Regina. Welcome into the house. Mama Ray Ray in the kitchen. Hey, Mama Ray Ray. Mama Ray Ray, I'm doing good, Mama Ray Ray. Thanks for being in the house. I saw you made some steak and eggs the other day. That was delicious. I missed a couple of people, so if I don't acknowledge you, come back around. Esther's in the house. Esther Stevens. What am I saying? Esther Williams. Esther Stevens. Hi, Esther. Oh, you're back. Okay, Kenneth, you're back. Mama Ray Ray saying hello. Denise 001-ish. Hello, Denise. How are you? Kathy Isaac from Flint, Michigan. Kathy, I'm curious, have they ever gotten the water situation squared away there in Flint? Can you give us an update on that? Dee Bowles, hello, Dee. How's it going? Paula from Tennessee. Hello, Paula. Fee, my good friend Fee. Hi, Fee. So good to see you. I hope to see you soon, Fee. JB is saying hello. Hi, JB. Hello. Janet C. from California. Oh, my. Northern or Southern? I won't make you or have you say exactly where, but Northern or Southern, Janet. Betty Howard from Greenville, North Carolina. Oh, my goodness. I have folks right around there. Show your age from Denver. Hello. Crazy Padiddy yesterday. Hello. Just got back from maiden weekend trip in van. Oh, I missed the rest of it, but we have to talk. We need to talk, Padiddy. Hey, Piedmont Penguin. Hello. 3 Generations. Hi, 3 Generations. Sue Schultz. I see some of my regulars. Mythical Nomad Adventures. Nice tour today. Thank you. Oh, yes, we'll talk about that in a little while. Christine Woodall from North Woods of Wisconsin. Oh, my, you're getting ready to start hunkering down for winter pretty soon up there, Christine. And hey, Debbie from Lady Debbie S. Van Life is saying hello to everyone. Crazy, that sounds like fun. It does. I didn't see all of it, but I saw you had a maiden voyage in your van. Craig Berman from Minnesota. Oh my, we just had someone else from Minnesota, Craig. Hey, Plain Vanilla Grandma. Hi, Carol. Hello from Texas. One of my very, very, very first Globies. No Man's Van, hello. Glad I caught live this time. Me too. Hey, Judith. Judith is my road dog. We're going to be hitting the road soon. Marie Lambert from Alabama. Hey, Marie. Genesee, Northern Coast. Okay. It's beautiful up there, but you folks have been having some. Oh, love from Kuwait. Who was that? I missed the first name. Can you come back around? Hello in Kuwait. Oh, my goodness. Is this the winter there, summer? I am not good on knowing what the temperature is in different parts of the world, but if you would share that with me, I'd love to know. Kathy Isaac says, they say you can drink it. I have brown colored water. I'm not drinking it. Oh, no. So no, they do not have it fixed and won't ever fix it. I'm infuriated to hear that, Kathy, and I don't even live in Flint. Oh my goodness. Craig Berman, I live in Wisconsin, but I'm working man in Minnesota now. Oh, okay. Hi 3G. Who is that? Fee saying hi. Deborah Golderies. I hope I said that right, Deborah. Austin, Texas. I've been wanting to go to Austin and hear some good music and good food. Hopefully I'll make it there one of these days, Deborah. Piedmont Penguin said, I had been to several festivals. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Betty Howard saying, hello, hello. Crazy Padiddy says, 3 dogs and 2 cats. Oh my goodness, on your maiden voyage. Now that's some voyage. 3 dogs and 2 cats. Oh my goodness. Butter Beanhead, hello, Butter Beanhead. How's it doing? How's it going? Mary Ann Bonifaire, hello. From, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Oh, way over on the East Coast. Dandy Dan. Hello, Dandy Dan. She Devil Adventures, show your age, is saying hi, everyone. Hit that thumbs up for this beautiful lady. Thank you. I always forget to do that. I get so busy talking with you all that I forget all that business stuff. But thank you. Thank you. Frisco 8181, love from Kuwait. Oh, Frisco 8181. Kuwait, wow, Ben. So now, are you a native of Kuwait? Are you stationed there from the U.S.? What's the story there? Can you fill us in on that story? I just missed one, so come back around. Miss Philly G, hello. How did you go with 3 dogs? What size vans? Yes. Oh, you're going to be traveling with 2 dogs. Whoa. What time is it in Kuwait? I would like to know that too, Janice. What time is it in Kuwait? Connie McDonald says, hi. Hello, Connie. Star Blast from Charlotte, North Carolina. Wow. We've got some North Carolina folks in the house. I don't know where my brother is, but I guess he'll be here soon. Maria Marshall from New York. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I love New York. I haven't been to a play there in so long because of everything. 3 Generations is saying hello. Grandma Iris from Southwest Florida. Oh, boy. Southwest Florida is in the house. Jack Bear from California. Hey, California is represented. Thank you. Thank you. Who is this saying? This is no joke. Anyone near Texas Panhandle? Uh-oh. I missed that. Can you come back around? I missed that. Matt, not a Globie, but Martina from Huber Heights, Ohio. Well, you're going to have to hit that button and become a Globie, Martina. Yeah, you can become a Globie. We'll accept you in. We're a good group. We're a good group. Everyone's saying hello. Piedmont is saying Rehoboth Beach is beautiful. I've never been there. I'd love to see it. And Debbie is saying welcome to everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, everyone is saying, Frisco says, yes, I am a Kuwaiti. Oh, the time is 1:09 a.m. Thank you so much. 1:09 a.m. and you're up watching. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So Kuwaiti, oh my goodness. We hear so much about other parts of the world, but really all we get to know is what we see on TV. And I just don't know how reliable that is. So I'm glad to have someone in the house who can tell us more. Hello, my dear glorious Life on Wheels, Georgie saying hi to you all. Hello, I missed the top bar, but hello, Georgie. RVing with G, Glenna Bush, hello, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Oh, Santa Fe was beautiful. Judy and I went to one of our outings. We went to Santa Fe, New Mexico. I loved it. I wanted to go. We went to the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum, and I wanted to go to her house, but we didn't make it. It was further out. But one day I want to go out and see her workshop where she worked. And I just love Georgia O'Keeffe, and I love Santa Fe, New Mexico. Let's see if I missed anyone. Come back around. Crazy Padiddy says she learned a lot as a sprinter, tall, 170 extended. Oh my goodness. Marta one says, oh boy, I am subscribed. All right, you're a Globie. You joined the family. Good for you. D Bull says, hi, Lady Debbie. Marie Lambert says, this is only my second live. Oh my goodness. Oh, the Van Gogh from Humboldt, California. Now, I have a cousin up in Redding. Humboldt is near Redding, isn't it? Or is it? Can you let me know, Van Gogh? Mama Ray is saying, awesome. Hey, Miss Susan Nicole from Orlando, Florida. Florida is represented a couple times here. I am going to be, JNN Travels says, hello, how are you? I'm doing great, JNN Travels. Share. This is the second person from Charlotte, North Carolina. Sarah, we got someone else in the house from Charlotte. Oh my goodness, Tiny Misadventures saying, hey, all happy Shabbat. Oh, today, oh, Shabbat, happy Shabbat, Tiny's Misadventures. Happy Shabbat back to you. Janice Williams says, oh, I love Santa Fe. I haven't been there in about 10 years. Yeah, I was there a couple years ago. Actually, when we went to the Balloon Festival, we skedaddled over to Santa Fe, and it was just really wonderful. Hey, Graham, part of the fam is in, down, camp up. All's going well with the new van, and it's great to sit around a fire and have a few beverages. So are you off of house confinement over there, Graham? I know last week you were on, so I'm hoping you are. Kathy Isaac says, I'm a Globie. You're a Globie too. Yes, we're all Globies. We're all Globies. Plain Vanilla Grandma says, Janice Williams, I don't know about a stolen tiger. What? But I know about the kidnapped kangaroo because I have family living right by the private zoo. Now, what foolish person would steal a tiger? I guess unless they were unfortunately going to, get it for the skin, which would be very sad. I don't even want to go there because it's going to get me upset. But anyhow, Crazy Padiddy, Mount Dora, Florida. Hello, everyone saying hello. Barbara Williams from Kingston, Washington. Oh my goodness, everyone. Raleigh, Denise 001ish. Well, Raleigh, on some report recently, Raleigh, I think it was Boise, Billings, Montana. Several of those cities are named as some of the best cities right now to live in the country. So, growing and a lot to offer. So, hey, Raleigh, yes, Raleigh, that area is very nice. I've been there. Lori Birdwatcher from Savannah, Georgia. Oh, I've been wanting to go to Savannah. All of you are in here from places I want to visit, and I hope to visit soon one of these days. Well, I can't visit all of them soon, but I'm going to make my trip around and visit all of them eventually. Graham says, hello, Globies from Australia. Out of home detention. Yay! I wish I had one of those whistles I could blow, Graham. Thank goodness. I'm glad to hear that. Humble is on the coast and Redding is directly east, about 3 hours from the coast. Okay, that's right. Humble is up the coast because isn't there, what's that? Is it Trinity? There's a city up there that's just beautiful that I looked at, but it's now too expensive. I think it's Trinity up in Humboldt County, Van Gogh, but I can't afford it now. But Lucianne Silva, hello, Lucianne. I came back from Brazil. Hello, Brazil. I don't know, Kuwait, Brazil. I think Kuwait is further. You can tell I don't know my geography, but hey, we've got everyone from all over. Tiny's Misadventure says there's a few tigers and one lion here in Pahrump. Oh, you're in Pahrump. Oh my goodness. I went to a lovely, lovely church there in Pahrump when I was there back in November. Really nice people, very nice people. Janice Williams says, really, Graham, they lifted all your lockdown restrictions already? Ooh, already. 1 hour would be too long for me. Judith says, I'm a new subscriber. Welcome, Judith. Can everyone say hello to Judith and welcome Judith to the Globie family? Also, Marta is a new subscriber. Welcome, Judith and Marta to the Globie family. Gracie Seeking Adventures, raised in Boise. Yeah, they say it's very, very nice. Piedmont says, I've only been to Orange County, California, and Long Beach. Long Beach has a beautiful aquarium in Long Beach. Really, really nice. Julie Fields from Australia. Oh, so Julie and Graham from Australia. Oh, my goodness, JB. I don't see Hope Springs a turtle yet. No, I don't see Hope Springs a turtle yet. And a couple others I don't see. The Balloon Festival is in early October for 9 days in Albuquerque. I really wanted to go to it, but after going to Colorado, then going to go to Lollapalooza, I just couldn't fit it in this year. But I hope to go next year because since they missed a year, this would have been the 50th celebration, but they're going to postpone that and do it next year. So I think what I'm going to try and do is go to the Balloon Festival for the 50th Balloon Festival. Petunia says, I'm sorry I'm late. You're never late, Petunia. You're never late. Christine Woodall says, 77 Globies active here. Woohoo! Woohoo! Christy, I'm sorry, Crazy Padiddy says, have a parking spot with your name on it. Thank you very much. Melinda is from New Mexico. Hello, Melinda. I missed some people there. I'm sorry. I know I missed you. Come around. If you're new, if this is your first time in the house, could you put up number 1 so we can all welcome you and say hello? If you're a first time, can you say hello? And Kathy says, I love the balloon festival. I lived there for a few years. Oh, it was so much fun. Getting up early in the morning, they had all these balloons that they would lift up into the air, and they were floating everywhere. Then at night, they have what's called the glow. You know, I like that name, but it's called the glow. And then they'd have them all lit up, but they were on the ground, but they were, you know, the balloons were all up, but they were on the ground, but they were inflated. That's what I want to say. And the fire was going underneath them, and you could walk around and see them. It was just, and at night in the dark with all the fire going, it was just beautiful. Simply beautiful. Black Pearl, number 1. Hello, Black Pearl. Welcome into the house. Glad to have you here. The Van Gogh, first time, welcome. Kathy Isaac, your second time, welcome. Kate Briggs, all the way from Seattle area. Oh, you've got some good, what do they call those kind of farmers markets things in Seattle? And at Pike, is it Pike Square, do they call it? Oh yeah, great. I hope I didn't miss any when I was over here talking. Maria Lambert's in the house. Esther saying, welcome to all the new Globies. Yes. Glenna Bush, number 1, first live chat, been following for a while. Well, I'm glad you decided to come over and say hello, Glenna. So glad you decided to come over. Kathy Isaac says, but I watched all the videos. I'm a lurker. We love lurkers too, Kathy. We love lurkers too, but we do enjoy talking to you. Hey, Modest Nation. Modest Nation is one of the channels that I watched and got some really good pointers from when I very first started my YouTube. One of the holy, hello, there's my sister-in-law, Amy. Welcome, Amy, into the house. One of the holy. Marie Lambert says it's your second time. Very good. Welcome. Well, Pike's Marketplace. Thanks, Kate. Thanks for that. I want to go to the Balloon Festival next year, too, Piedmont says. Well, hey, why don't we all go to the Balloon Festival next year? That would be a blast, wouldn't it be? To have a glow. We could have a glow festival at the glow at night. Now, how is that? I think we should get some news media for that, don't you? Hey, the chocolate stew, life of a flight attendant. Oh, my goodness. First time. Hello. What? Oh, I'm going to go over here for a second, so I'm going to miss some of the comments, but come back in a few minutes. I wanted to talk to you, flight attendant. You know what? I would like to have you come up for a minute. Would you like to come up for a minute if I can? You guys know how I am doing these invites. I'm going to try. I have been hearing some of these crazy stories about what's going on planes with people being crazy with flight attendants. So I have a link, and if someone would like, if you'd like to come over, and I haven't flown in a year and a half because of everything going on. Well, actually, yeah, more than a year and a half now. But I'm looking at flying, but I'm seeing all these people going crazy on flights over mask, over just everything. It seems like they're just going nuts. Have you had any experiences that you'd like to share with us on any flights that you have handled? Anyhow, if you do, hit that link and come on up, and I will we'll talk about it. Over here, I've got, hey, Donald Miller's in the house. My brother Donald's in the house. Hey, Donald, how's it going? The Sage Films. Oh, Not on Alaska. I missed that. But welcome, Sage Films. I didn't see you, but I see you coming on in. Max Bertrand, I'm glad to join you from New York. Hello, hello. You know who I don't see here is Arcuda 2001. I'm missing Nora today. She is a regular. That's who I'm missing too. So I'll have to check and see how she's doing, make sure she's okay. Prof Photographer, hello, Prof Photographer, how's it going? How's it going? Don says that was a funny one, Janice. I missed the funny one because I can't talk and go over here. But anyhow, I wanted to get you guys' opinion on something. I'm trying to find this comment. I had a comment which I don't agree with. But you guys tell me what you think. I'm going to try and find it here. See if I can't find it. It was on the video that I did of Tim from MoBang FoYoBucks. And hold on, I'm trying to see this. And this guy was really upset about me doing this video. And he said that basically, he was basically saying that it was irresponsible for me to be encouraging people to live in cars, that kids are dying. And I mean, I was like, what are you talking about? And I did respond and I said, first of all, I love traveling and I love traveling in my van. It's just opened up a whole new world to me. And there are a lot of other people who enjoy it, and I like sharing my travels and the fun times and the people that I meet. I said, however, the purpose of that video was to show, and I told him, I said, you must not be aware of what's happening in this country with the moratorium on evictions being lifted and thousands and thousands of people being evicted and many having nothing but a vehicle as shelter. The purpose of this video, the one with Tim, was not to tell you, oh, go move into your car. But as I said at the beginning, I know many people are in a panic and scared, don't know what to do. The purpose was to show that there are ways, if this is your only alternative and you're not doing it by choice to travel, there are ways to, at least for a period of time, to live there, to have a bed, a stove, somewhere to go to the bathroom. And that was the point. Now, I haven't heard back from him, so I don't know. But what do you all think? I mean, I think people are really up in arms after what happened to the young lady, Gabby. But from what I've been able to see, I'm of the opinion that the person who harmed her was very likely not a stranger to her. That's just my opinion. And, and the other two young ladies, that was just tragic. That was tragic. But I don't think that I was doing something that was putting people in harm's way. That was the last thing I was trying to do. What do you all think? Let me look over here and see what have you all any for. Oh, Denise is Piedmont says, luckily I don't have to fly. Last flight was February. Denise says, I can't afford rent in South Florida. People can't afford rent all over this country, Denise. You're not alone. Christine Woodall says, tell him, Glow, wash hands, wash hands, wash hands. Well, I wasn't trying to be mean to him, but I was letting him know, you know what, there are people who need help also, not just in physical support, because you can't be there physically to help everyone, but there are people that need help and suggestions and information. Three Generations says, how very sad. He must be going through some really tough times. I was wondering about that. What prompted him? I was wondering about that. Three Generations. Denise Perry says, more and more people are living their autos. That's true. And on the streets, every time I drive through the streets in San Diego County, it's unbelievable. Graham says, out at Holong camping down by river. I missed the rest of that, Graham. I'll have to, if you can come back around. Jackie Evelyn says, I like Tim's video. Thank you, Jackie. I think it was a positive video and it showed some, Three Generations says, amen, Don. Lady Debbie S. says, people being living in their cars, he is behind the time. That's what I think. Aunt Jody, hey, Aunt Jody. If I'd known this was a viable lifestyle, I could have left domestic violence situations without ending up in a shelter. I tell you, I had no idea either until I started watching Cheap RV Living with Bob Wells. Seems like some type of personal experience could have triggered him. I was wondering that. Yvonne Lee says, you are helping people with giving them options they may not even know of. That's what there are a couple of reasons that you really have a YouTube channel. And one is to inform, the other is to entertain, and the other is to instruct. So that I'm not really an amusing person, so I wasn't trying to entertain, but I thought it was instructive, and I thought it was informative. And it showed people, even because so many people think, well, if I don't have a big van, if I don't have an RV, they panic. But I was just saying, you don't have to panic. There are some options that are available. Janice Spence says, you are absolutely right. The U.S. is in a crisis situation, and we are simply trying to help people prepare. That really is. Martin one says, that guy was out of line. He obviously does not know how much about those who choose to be nomads. I'm in sticks and bricks, but see nothing wrong with people who choose to have a roof over the head. That's my feeling. Esther says, there's more since the pandemic. There is. I missed the first part, Esther. Tiny's Misadventure says, I like the video with Tim. Thank you, Tiny's. What can I say? Petunia Romania says, it was a great video. You'd be surprised at how many people in my family and life find it disturbing to even contemplate living in any vehicle. LOL. Yes, like the situation with Hank about a month ago or several weeks back, that was disturbing because it was a situation he wasn't choosing. And thank God he did we was able to have an alternative. It was something he wasn't choosing, and it was going to be very difficult for a 78-year-old to have to hoist up into the back of a truck and down. And that was not, but having said that, it would have been better than sleeping on the streets on a cot or, and being subject to being mugged and everything else. So the Sage Film says, can you or did you take down video as a courtesy? No, I did not take the video down because I felt that it was appropriate. And if I felt that it was offensive or, really was rude or anything, I would have taken it down, but it was not. Roy and Becky's Travel. Hey, Roy and Becky, we are not homeless. We are houseless. We live in an RV, but yet many see it as homeless. There are so many people, there are a lot of people living in mobile homes. That's not homeless, and this very small mobile homes, the real small single wide, those aren't as big as some class A RVs, but no one considers anyone living there homeless because they're not. But if you have wheels on something that you live in, a lot of people consider it homeless, and it's not. Max Bertrand says, you're offering options. Yes, thank you, Max. She Devil, I missed that, She Devil, sorry. Melinda OA said, there are probably enough vans and RVs in the U.S. to house all the homeless. No one should have to be on the street without shelter. That's true. That's probably very true. Kathy Isaac says, you give me hope that I can do it if it comes to that. Thank you. And that's what I'm trying to do is give hope that you're number one, there is a community out there that will help. That is a very helpful community. And I want to let that be known too. Petunia Romania says, there are truck campers that have bathrooms and beds. In fact, someone that's handy could do a build on the back of the elderly man's truck to allow for standing room. Well, that's what Tim was going to help us to do. He was going to help raise the roof on it, just like they did on a bus at the Gutted event. They raised the roof on a bus, a schoolie. So he was going to help us raise the roof. But fortunately, it does not have to happen because he is in a rented room right now in someone's house, and his wife is in a different situation, but she also has a sticks and bricks roof over her head. Ma Shell says, I was homeless for 2 years. I lived in my truck, no cap. then in a homeless shelter, then on the streets. No fun. The world is not kind, and people think of the homeless as trash. That is so true. And that they think of that, but that thinking is so false. You know, there are so many people in this country who just have to miss a couple of paychecks and they will be on the streets. I think there was a study a while back that said if an emergency happened, that cost $400 to resolve, 60 to 70% of the people in the United States would not be able to come up with the $400. So we're talking, and this was before the pandemic. Can you imagine now? I'm sure it's a lot more now. 8001 Sheila says, USA, take care of home. Stop the homeless. God is angry. Well, I know that God does want us to be kind to each other and look out for each other. So I'm sure he's not pleased when we don't do that. And many of the times that's not the case. Black Pearl says, I was thinking about a schoolie, Don or Dodge ProMaster. I do like my ProMaster. I've had a couple of friends who've had a few mechanical problems, but I love my ProMaster, and I've seen some beautiful schoolies, Black Pearl. I really have. So that would be a hard one. The advantage of the ProMaster is that you can park at more places. The schoolie, you'd have more trouble parking, but the advantage of the schoolie is you have much more room. So, you know, it depends on what your lifestyle is going to be as to which would present the bigger problem for you. So Fist, I missed that. Hi from Canada. Can you come back around? Van Gogh says there have been probably been nomadic folks since humans evolved. There have been. In fact, I was on a BBC broadcast about 2 weeks ago with a young woman who really lived a nomadic lifestyle in the Sudan. And she was talking about how they had to build fires at night to keep the tigers and lions away. So her whole family, they were nomadic and they traveled all through the desert. And she just shared some amazing stories. Janice says, Carol, it's good that you put thought in it, but there wasn't anything offensive in the video. Thank you, Janice. Everyone can always find more information about anything. Yeah, I didn't find anything offensive. If it had been, if I really thought about it and really thought that it was, I would have taken it down, but it was not. Jana Spencer says it's getting more and more expensive to live, even minimally. That's so true, Jana. That really is true. Petunia says, actually, my home is getting ready to foreclose. Oh, my. And when it does, if I cannot, I didn't hear that, but but I see you say you're 56 and you're very worried. I'm so sorry to hear that. If there's anything that we can do as far as suggestions or information, hit me up at Glorious Life on Wheels. If I can provide any information for you or suggestions, I'll be really happy to do that. Last week, we had a couple people who were on the live who I invited to come out to the meetup. We're having a meetup in January. Me, Ladybug out, and Dawn from Dawn of Van Life. The three of us are having a meetup in Quartzsite in January. So I invited these two ladies who are either in a car or going to be moving into a car to come out to Quartzsite, and I volunteered Tim from MoBang from Your Buck, but I talked to him afterwards and he said it was fine. So we're going to work on trying to help them set up a living situation, at least for now, in their cars. So if you have a car, you're trying to, obviously I don't have the resources to do it for everyone, but those two ladies I'm going to do it for. And if you have a car you're trying to set up, you might want to come out and just, get some pointers, and there'll be people I'm sure out there. There's always people in Quartzsite who know loads about building in a vehicle. So do come out, and I'm sure you can get some pointers, especially if you're new at this. Marshall says rental prices here in Boise have almost tripled in the last year, and trying to find a place to park an RV is nearly impossible since the cities have banned renting spaces for RVs on properties. Vermont, Maine, Idaho, a lot of these places that are further out, and Montana, people they flock to these areas trying to get away from the cities and the pandemic. as a result, prices in these areas have risen in many areas by 50%. I just saw something on the news the other day where a young couple moved from Portland. They were renting in Portland and they moved to Boise. They paid, I think it was $30,000 to $40,000 above the asking price of the home in order to get, and so when housing prices go that high, then rents go up right along with it. So that is the case. Petunia Romania says, Dawn, I'm making plans to leave my house either without used vehicle I can live in or on foot, which means I lose all my belongings. It's scary. Petunia, I just hope you're not going to be going on foot. Have you reached out to Petunia? Reach out to Home on Wheels Alliance. Bob Wells has a 501 nonprofit called Home on Wheels Alliance, and he helps nomads. He helps people in just your situation. So do reach out to him. And they give away vehicles that are already, usually minivans, that are already built out. So could you reach out to him, Petunia? And also hit me up at gloriouslifeonwheels@gmail.com. Piedmont Penguin says, oops, I even thought about a trailer because I do have a GMC 1500 truck already. Well, a trailer would be an option. That would be an option. Or even, I saw a lady the other day, and I wanted to do an interview, but she didn't want to be on, and it was going to be kind of hard to do the tour of her vehicle without having her in it. But she had a trailer, and she had built a little a trailer. What do you call the trailer? Not the trailer with the RV on it, but just the four wheels and the frame. And then she built up on that a tiny little house that she pulled behind her vehicle. So that is something that can be done. Piedmont Penguin says, I plan to go to the Tampa RV show in January. Well, those are nice. They're pretty expensive. Petunia Romania says, I did. No one responded. Well, hit me up on Glorious Life on Wheels, and I'll reach out to them too, Petunia, and see. Hit me up, and we'll converse. I'll see if I don't know that they respond to me, but they're very busy. But I will try reaching out to them too. Bess Smith says, hi from Hickory, North Carolina. Carol, you're an inspiration. Thank you. Black Pearl says, I've been looking into all options. Well, that's the best thing to do, is to look into all of your options. Tabitha Edwards says the key is living in an RV. Oops, I missed that. Can you come back around, Tabitha? Kathy Isaac says the Sooners, locals can't afford the rent, so the town have no workers anywhere. That's true in some towns. We went to Chick-fil-A the other night because I didn't feel like cooking. And they've closed the dining room, and they didn't close the dining room because of the pandemic. They closed the dining room because you can go in there and you can pick up your order and go out, but you can't. They're not taking orders in the dining room, only in the drive-through and online. So I asked him. I said, "Well, it doesn't make sense. Obviously, the dining room's not closed, so we can come inside and pick up orders." He said, "It's not because of that." He said, "It's because we can't find staff. We cannot hire enough people to work here, so we can't keep our dining room open." So, and I'm hearing that when people go out to restaurants, that the wait to get served is just huge forever, because the same thing. Shortage of cooks, shortage of hostesses, shortage of waitresses. I don't understand, because in California, I think the extra unemployment has stopped. So why are people, what's happening? Does anyone have any ideas on that? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Tabitha Edwards says, call it temporary shelter. You have to lie to keep the cheap RV living. Sometimes it's a challenge, yes. Janice Spencer says, try Oklahoma. Housing is pretty cheap. Someone was telling me about something in Missouri. In the comments, if you go on to some of the comments For the video that I did on Hank, the 78-year-old gentleman who was looking at moving into his truck, a lot of people put comments there about places that they were very, very cheap rents. It wasn't in California, but they had places, Coachella Valley, different places. Now it's hot as blazes in Coachella Valley in the summer and spring, but they had other places in Indiana, Missouri, that there were very cheap rents. So do look that up and look at some of the comments under that video. I'm going to get a drink of water here. My throat is a little chapped here. Excuse me. Sorry there. My throat was a little dry. Don says, I know, Marshall's. I missed that, Don. Marshall's, our rental was sold out from unrest. That's happening to a lot of people. We were paying $780 a month. Now we have to pay, what? From $780 to $1,720? Not sure how long that will last if the economy crashes. Wow. From $780 to $1,720. That's crazy. But with people getting offers, I'm not going to say who, but I know of a person who sold a house. It was in Southern California, San Diego County, and they got an offer that was, I'm sorry, it wasn't here. It was here. I'm taking it back. It was in San Diego County. They got an offer that they accepted. It was $500,000 above the asking price. Yep. Think on that for a second. Is that crazy or what? That's just absolutely lunacy. Roy and Becky's Travel said, I would recommend, if looking at used rigs, you take someone that knows what to look for. That's great advice. Great advice, Roy and Becky's Travel. Because if you don't know about rigs and if you're not experienced, you really need to know. I don't know much, but I know, about looking for leaks and looking for water damage, and just you really need to take someone with you. Kathy Isaac says, I think the pandemic changed priorities. School is also not in session all the time. Childcare is a problem. That's true. That's very true. Piedmont says, I've been looking for a long time at RVs. They are very expensive and there is a high demand too. They've at least doubled, I would say, many of them in value. Bess Smith says, we have to stick together. We really do. On my was to be only. I'm not sure, Craig, what that means. I must have missed an earlier comment, Craig. Roy and Becky's Travel says, tiny homes aren't allowed in our county here in Indiana. Now, I don't understand that. I don't understand when people can't afford regular size, what we think of as a traditional size house. Why would you not allow tiny house as long as it's, meets the code in terms of the building? It's not dangerous. Why would you not allow that? I don't get that. Kathy says, Marshall says, people lost their jobs and lost their housing. They're either living on the streets or moved back with family in other states where jobs aren't. That's true too, because a lot of states where are places where the housing is inexpensive, there aren't jobs. Although right now it seems like a lot of places, small places in slightly bigger cities do have jobs available. They're begging for people. So maybe if they move somewhere like that, where people are giving sign up bonuses for workers, or what, Petunia, Romania? Well, no, you might consider looking up being a camp host at somewhere that they would provide lodging. Some of these places, there was a place when I was in Quartzsite, and at the Big Tent in January, it was like a dude ranch or something in Napa. It was in Napa County, and they were hiring, and they also provided food and lodging, and they were hiring. So maybe something like that, where, they're hiring and would provide food and lodging, that would give you at least a little time to earn some money and maybe get a plan together. Sylvia Hunt says, I live in Maine. I'm retired. I love to sell my house because I can't afford the repairs. With Social Security, I can't afford to rent. I don't drive, so living in a car doesn't work for me. Well, you know what, Sylvia? I think in your situation, maybe a mobile home might be an option. Or if there's a tiny house that you could rent. I know there's a community. Now, this is all the way across the country. It's in a place called, I think, Waldenport or Walden, Oregon. It's right on the coast. And they've started a complete tiny home villages with mobile homes, tiny houses, RVs, and they rent them. And they have like, it's almost like a commune, but they have like a community kitchen, a community room, a community gym. So places where you have shared living spaces, and then of course you have your own private quarters. I think that is what the solution is going to be, is people coming together with maybe their own small, very tiny living spaces, but then you have maybe large showers or bathrooms, and then a large, area where you could have an outdoor kitchen, and a kitchen under cover. I believe that's what it's going to come to. I don't know, but it looks more and more. I mean, something's got to happen because it can't keep going on the way it is. Oopsie, hello, Oopsie. Welcome, my dear friend Oopsie. Cool Jobs had housing for their help. Okay, Cool Jobs. Do you hear that? Cool Jobs has housing for their help. Thank you, Oopsie. Walport, Linda Waxman. Thank you, Linda. It's called Walport, Oregon. And I was so impressed with that community. It didn't look like he was trying to charge an arm and a leg either. Beth Smith says corporations are buying houses, so this will cause rent to go sky high and there will be less affordable houses to buy. I'm thinking that as they're building more and more, if they started building because they had stopped for a while with all the lumber prices, that as they fill the need, there won't be as much of a demand and prices will come down. But for that cycle to occur, it's going to take quite a while. And in the meantime, people need somewhere to live in the meantime. SAL says, hey, Carol. Hello, SAL. How are you doing? Sylvia Hunt says, I can't leave Maine. Great grandson just got done with chemo. Oh my. Okay, so no, that's not an option, Sylvia, obviously. Well, if anyone has some suggestions for Sylvia in Maine, could you please put them down? Sylvia, do you have a YouTube or anywhere that people could send you suggestions or information? Jen and Tommy on the road says, Sylvia Hunt, could you rent out a room or have a boarder who would trade? Now that's something, if you could find a boarder, because lots of people were moving to Maine to get away from what was happening in all the big cities. So I wonder, could you get a roommate or rent a room? That's one of the things that Hank is doing. He is renting a room. So that was an option that he found here in California. And you know how expensive it is in California. Lady Debbie says is praying for her grandson. Oh, yes. You know what? Thank you, Debbie, for bringing that up. Sylvia, what is your grandson's name? So we can put all of those who are prayer warriors and do have prayer lists. Could you give us your great grandson's name so we can all be holding him up in prayer? Thanks, Debbie, for bringing that up. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but that was a good catch, Debbie. Thank you. Traveling Gypsy says, I bought a shed and live on my daughter's property. You know what? I was over at Costco. Now, I was over at Home Depot, and their sheds weren't as nice and weren't as big. Costco had sheds that started, I think, in the 3,000 level or the 4,000 level. Now, there is this thing that I don't know if Costco has it, where you can buy something and pay it over a 4-month period, and you don't pay any interest on it. It's a new program. I don't know what it is, but they only go up to $2,000 in purchases now. But I saw they had sheds. It was Gorilla Sheds. That's what it was called. Gorilla Sheds. They came with a window. They came with the framing was, what did she say? 16 instead of 18, but it was closer together, so it made it sturdier. They had the flooring already in. So what you had to do is you had to put in the insulation. You'd have to, and they came with a workbench that was at one end of the shed. And as I was walking through, I thought that workbench would be a perfect kitchen. You could cut a sink in it. You could put a little refrigerator underneath it. You could put a microwave or something on top. And with a power, one of these power stations, lithium power stations, you could run some of that. So, oh, hi, Joy. Hey, Joy Route. So I didn't see you in the house. Keeping your grandson lifted. Thank you, Joy Route. Joy Route is in the house. Thank you. How is your van, Joy Route? I was watching this morning and I saw that your van had broke down. We had problems with your alternator again. I hope you got that all taken care of. David Lay says he builds, William, he just turned 2. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, I'm always hearing about St. Jude's and how they do so much for children and how it's free. They don't charge for transportation or for food or for anything. They never send the parents a bill or anything. St. Jude's Hospital is started by Danny Thomas. But if he needs that, but we'll be holding William up. Little 2-year-old William is just finishing up chemo. So could everyone just throw up a prayer, and not just a prayer, but prayers for 2-year-old little William, who's Sylvia's great grandson, who's just finishing up chemo. Oh boy. Prayers are going up, Sylvia. We got some prayer warriors in this house, so we will be praying for him, and I will put him on the prayer list at church tomorrow. Sylvia. Traveling Gypsy says, yeah, that's basically what I have. Glorious Life on Wheels. Oh, you have a shed, Traveling Gypsy, or did you build up something on one of those frames? Don Miller says, I think they stay about 4 or 5 days. I missed that. Roy and Becky says, you want out of court size by April. It gets too hot. Yes, it does. Actually, I'd say sometime in March, it's really pretty hot without air conditioning. Oh, hello, Black Goddess in the house. I didn't see you. Welcome, welcome. This is your first time here? Thank you for coming over. Sylvia Hunt says, Maine has a really good cancer center. Well, thank God for that, Sylvia. I'm glad to hear that. Thank goodness. So Fee says she's praying for William. So we're all going to be holding him up in prayer, Sylvia. Joy Route says still down. I just missed something about Blackstone Group is the main corporation snatching up houses and jacking up prices. Oh boy, that's not good. That's not good. I missed your comment, Joy Route, but it looks like you're saying your van is still down. Marshall is saying prayers continual for little William. Yes, we will. Roy and Becky are praying for him also. Traveling Gypsy is talking about her shed. You insulated it. Okay, what did you use to insulate it? Did you use that pink stuff, or did you spray foam, or what did you do? Joy wrote saying keeping 2-year-old William lifted. Yes. Black Goddess says, yes, it's your first time in the house. Well, welcome, welcome. Everyone say hello and welcome Black Goddess into the house. Hit that button and become a Globie. Gracie Seeking Adventures is saying hello all. Hello, hello. Bess Williams is praying for William. Thank you. Sylvia, I tell you, he has got some prayer going up this afternoon. That's for sure. That is for sure. Christine Woodall says, praying for William. I have a grandson named William who is 3. Oh my goodness. So Christine, you can certainly understand what Sylvia is going through and what her family's going through. Roy and Becky's Travel says, we try to be out by March and move up towards Flagstaff area. Yes, I was up in Flagstaff about, 4 or 5 days, a week ago? And it was so much cooler there than it was down in lower part in the desert. Oh, it was so much cooler in Flagstaff. It was just wonderful. By the way, that property that I showed you guys on the video that I just happened to meet the strange gentleman who's a chef. who is building his van out in the parking lot, that property is sold. I haven't even been able to find out what they were asking for it. I am curious to find out what they were asking, but it's sold. I forgot to write down the number because I could have found out what their asking price if I'd had the number, but I forgot. And then as I got on the way, I wasn't going to go back to get it. And I called up and spoke with a random realtor in the area, and she said that she had called on it for one of her clients and that it was sold. When I described the property, where it was located and everything, she was immediately able to tell me, oh yeah, and she told me what was next to it and everything, so I knew it was the same property. And she said, yes, it was sold. So I'm like, why are they keeping the for sale up sign, tormenting people like me? But anyhow, Graham Whitaker is saying, just remember with sheds, the cost by 3, erection and slab cost. Okay, thank you, Graham. Good point. You have to have the foundation, and but it's already built. It's already, these at Costco were already assembled. Well, I think it was $400. I take it back. It was $400 they said to assemble it, but it was assembled with the floor, with the window, with the shingles on the roof already. Roy and Becky's Travel, sheds you insulate yourself. Daughter was looking at that option too. Yes, that looks like a really, Fee is saying welcome to Back Goddess. Thank you. Yes, that looks like a great option, Roy and Becky. And I really would like to put up a little shed. You all know, I spilled it I think I've spilled it a few times. I'm really looking for a property that's a few acres, but I want electricity already on the property, and I want some water source. And that really, really raises the price. But I want a few acres. I'd really ideally like 5 acres. But if I could just get a couple of acres, I'd like to put up a couple of container homes, or at least maybe one container home, a couple of sheds, maybe a couple of spots for RVs. So people going through, or, from time to time when I encounter someone who's just in a desperate spot and needs somewhere to park, that I could have a place for them and for my friends and us to gather and, just have a getaway. So if anyone comes across something, I really want it west of the Mississippi. I don't want to have to travel hour. I'd really like it to be within a day and a half travel from San Diego County. So that's that's raising the price. So I don't know, We'll see. Christine Woodall is saying, welcome to Black Goddess. Thank you. Joy Route says, I hope to meet some people in Arizona. Well, when are you going to be there, Joy Route? Because that depends on when you're going to be there as to who you'll meet and how many people you'll meet. Black Goddess is saying, thank you. Fordman, hey, Kenneth is saying, prayers for all the sick people out there. Yes, Kenneth. Thank you so much, Kenneth. Amazon Queen saying, hello, sending greetings from Farrell, Pennsylvania. Hello. This is my first time joining in on one of your lives. Well, everyone, can you say hello to Amazon Queen? I'm a new subscriber. I found your channel by accident. That was a great accident. Great accident. I'm glad. I love those kind of accidents. Those are the only kind of accidents I really like, though. But so everyone say hello to Amazon Queen. Welcome, welcome. Anita Edwards saying, hello from Emporia, Kansas. Oh, my. One year we were taking a road trip. I don't know if my brother Donald remembers this. We took a road trip back to North Carolina to visit my grandparents, and we passed through Kansas. And all we had, back then, you just have a radio. You didn't have DVD players and portable players and all that stuff then, or even phones. And I just remember there was a song called Patches. Oh, my heavens. We must have heard that song 55 times a week. I was so sick of that song. I didn't ever want to hear that song again by the time we finished that trip. Anyhow, have you ever had those family trips across country in like a station wagon or a sedan and you're just stuck miserable for days? That was us. But anyhow, Moshelle saying hello to Moshelle. I'm sorry, Moshelle saying hello to Amazon Queen. Everyone's saying hello. Welcome, welcome. We're a welcoming family here. So you've come to the right place to be welcome and loved. Joy Route says, what state, Glorious Life on Wheels? Well, I would ideally like California. I was looking up north, but with all the fires, I'm not going to do that because when I was heading back from Shasta Trinity National Forest, I talked to people. So I was talking to this guy and just who had a house there, and he was telling me he was packing up, getting ready to get out. He said he'd been there 25 years and he now was priced out and he could not afford the fire insurance. And he said not only couldn't afford it, but he knew of people in his neighborhood who had been canceled. So Northern California is looking not to be an option. So I love the forest. I like Flagstaff, but that's pretty expensive. So wherever I go, if it's up in the forest, I'd probably have to self-insure because I'm thinking they're going to start a program that's going to be a state insurance program, just like they do for earthquake, because people just are priced out of fire insurance with all these forest fires. Everyone's still saying hi to Amazon Queen. Amazon Queen, you should be feeling pretty welcome right about now. My phone, all these notices of all these people who I watch, I'm getting notices from them. Joy Route says fall and winter. Okay, well, hey, I'll be out there in winter, Joy, so we'll probably meet. Come to our meetup. You know, I've been announcing it, but it is 4:02. Someone said I owed you guys 2 hours and 33 minutes from being late, but I'm going to give you another 5 minutes, so I'll pay it back 5-minute increments. How is that? Cha-Cha says praying for the family and William. Thank you, Cha-Cha. Thank you. Deborah on the go. Hello, Deborah on the go. How's it going? Welcome, Loretta. Oh my goodness, I missed Loretta. Thank you, SAL. You caught something I missed. Thank you, Loretta. Janice Williams says, is there no affordable land, Carol, in New Mexico? There is, but I don't want to go that far. I want to be close enough to my home base that if Jessica should be living on her own someday, and I'm still here to tell the tale, that I'll be able to, if I can't get a flight back, I can drive back within a day or less. So I want within a day from Southern California is my goal, Janice. Loretta H says, my first time here. Well, hello. All right, we can't miss Loretta H. Everyone say hello to Loretta H. Welcome, Loretta. Welcome into the house. We don't want to overlook anyone. We've been saying hello to everyone it's their first time here. So glad, even your second time here. We're glad you're here. So it's 7:03 in Cincinnati, Ohio. Thank you, SAL. About a couple more minutes and we're going to head on out of here. I wanted to play another game today, but what can I say? Okay, I'll tell you what. Since I can't play a game, I'm going to do a $25 Walmart MoneyGram card. Now, you have to have a address, and it can't be a post office box because I'm dealing with a situation right now where a young lady who won a gift from Walmart, and I sent it over, but she's not able to pick it up because her ID has a post office box on it and they won't release it to her. So we're trying to get that resolved. So you have to, I'm sorry for my Kuwaiti friend and friends in Australia, but this is US only. It's just a challenge right now going through customs and all these things and trying to figure out how to do it. So US only, $25. I have a question, and this is the person who I interviewed in one of my last videos. I think it was my last one before the one this morning. Where is he from? In that video, he said where he was from. The first person who can say where, I'll give you his name. His name is Nolan. Where Nolan is from, $25 gift MoneyGram from Walmart. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to give you a couple minutes. If no one gets it, I'm going to have to say that's it. Is something wrong with the video? No, I don't think so. Everyone can still see. Pat's is saying, is there something wrong with the video? Woohoo, lots of new globies. I know, 3 generations. Lots of new Globies. Everyone's saying hello to Loretta H. Loretta H, are you feeling the love yet? Esther Stevens says, I'm glad I caught your live today, Carol. I had not attended for the last few lives. I know. I miss you when you don't come in, Esther. Just like I'm missing my friend Arcuda 2001 Nora. Joy Route. Pat, I thought the buffering was on our end. I'm not getting any buffering. Is anyone else getting any buffering? Because is anyone? Nope. Miss Nettie. Miss Nettie says Tennessee. Yep. It is Tennessee. All right. I think, can my moderators double check and make sure that Miss Nettie is, in fact, the first person that put down Tennessee? All right. You guys need to be paying attention to these. No, Petunia Romania. He's from Vietnam. No, he's from Tennessee. No, that wasn't that. You're talking about the one with Tim. I'm talking about the one with Nolan. Nolan was the chef who I met who was building out the van in the parking lot. So no, not Tim. It was Nolan. And Miss Nettie, it looks like, okay. So Miss Nettie, hit me up at gloriouslifeonwheels@gmail.com. And I will make arrangements, because what I have to do is I have to put the money at Walmart. Then they give me a special code, which I send to you. And with that code, you can go into any Walmart in your state and pick up the money. So hit me up at Glorious Life on Wheels. All I need is the name that appears on your ID and the state that you are in. And that's it. And I will make arrangements and get that out sometime next week coming up. Petunia Romania says, Nolan rocks. I need a brother just like him. I know, don't we all? I have a cooking brother, so I've got one. I already have one. So although I have two actually, so I don't mind a third though. The two that I've got are so good. A third, I'll take a third one if they are anything like the two that I have. Well, everyone, Graham Whitaker says hello to all new Globies from Australia. Thank you, Graham. Graham, did I make you a moderator? If I didn't, I've got to go on and do that. But I'll do it next week because I don't have time this week. So see all of you. Darcella Ellis, hello. Patches was from Clarence Carter. Thank you, Darcella. Lily, love waving hello from Reseda, California. Have watched you a few times before, decided to listen, and thank you, Darcella. Thank you. Yes, that was it, Patches. Oh, my goodness. Donald, do you remember listening to Patches all the way across country? Arcuda made it to the last party just after she left the last party. Oh, okay. I'll have to see. All right. No buffering for Piedmont. Yeah, I'm not seeing any buffering here, so I'm not sure what's happening. Speaking of yummies, when is the next recipe coming out? Well, thank you, Janice. I have to announce the winner. I didn't get that many entries. So I was trying to, even though sometimes people go past the entry for the fig jam, I didn't get that many entries for a recipe. So I'm going to go with what I go. And within the next 2 weeks, I will be announcing the winner of that recipe. And then I will be doing another cooking show at the same time. So within the next 2 weeks, Janice, just been so busy, just crazy busy. And then next on the 6th of October, well, I don't know if you guys can see my shirt here. It's first annual Stop Traffic. Jessica and I went to a Stop Trafficking, because San Diego is terrible for that, one of the worst cities in the world. So we went to a Stop Trafficking. So I'm forming coalitions with different groups to see about getting them to come in to help us with trying to get this safe parking lot. So that hasn't gone away. So I'm still working on that project. And October 6th is going to be the next meeting, City Council, and we're going to try and just bombard it. That's my hope. We'll see. We'll see. People will say they support you. Yeah, we support you. We support you. Then when you show up, you look around and you're standing there. It was just me and Debbie that week that we went. But, and then me, 1 week. But anyhow, Loretta, I think your work in Southern California is so interesting and important too. Much love to you. Thank you, Loretta. Thank you so much. Don Miller says, Graham, thanks. Glad to have you in the house tonight. Welcome. Lizzie Arkey says, new sub here from Arkansas. Many blessings to you and safe travels. Thank you, Lisa Arkey. Everyone, before we head out of the house, say hello and welcome our newest Globee family member, Lisa Arkey. Everyone say hello to Lisa as we're leaving. Hey, Nora, I didn't see you. You sneaked in there. I'm so glad to see you, Nora. So glad to see you. Nora is a artist, just a fabulous artist. And one day I know she's going to have a huge, huge show. And hopefully it'll be when we can all travel and go support her. But Clevis is saying hello, hello. Lisa Arkey, welcome to the Van Life Party, hosted by the Globies. That's right. I'm not the host. I'm just, I'm kind of like a moderator. You are all the host. So thank you. I love each and every one of you. I'm seeing, is there any last thing? Folk of the Forest, I didn't see you. Pop in here, Folk of the Forest. Thank you. See you guys. Go watch that video that came out today. It's of a young female engineer just graduated from college in June and built out a little Ford Connect. It has so many cool features that only an engineer's mind could come up with. Her name is Eva. She is cute as a button, adorable, but don't let that adorableness fool you. She is brilliant. She is smart as a whip. So go check out that video that popped up today. And I would just love it and appreciate it if you'd comment and share it. If everyone in here could share it. We're over 31,000 family members. Do you believe that? But my Saturday crew can't beat my Saturday crew. So I'll see you guys later. Let me stop talking. Love you. See you next week. Bye-bye, everyone.